Hey, Argyle here, and well, this one's rough. And I know this work wasn't that successful, but it's okay. Failure is part of learning, and I think I learned a few things with the speed paint. I'll point out a few of the spots I messed up, but let's talk about it. I know a lot of people's first instinct are to throw away bad art or just lock it away because of fear of ridicule, and I know that's critically hard for some of you to get past. But let me tell you a story, alright? I'm fresh off to university, and my first studio class was observational painting. Now, on paper, I was eligible for this class, but realistically, third year students take this class. So, while I was doing this 2 years ago, I was sitting next to this guy. And trust me, I wanted to leave, cry, drop the class, and let my anxiety run crazy. But I didn't. And now here's why I say this is here where I say, I stuck through it and persevered and all that crap. And I could not do that, man. I was there on loans, and it was fake it till you make it. Okay, so here, um, some people might at me for this, but PNG wall, I don't have time to draw every single little line. I understand how to render them. I understand what it looks like, and ultimately, I think it came pretty good. I like this little shortcut, and use the tools that you have. But anyway, I, you know, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I had loans, man. But honestly, I was blessed to be around amazing artists. And a real cliche quote that comes to me right now is second at something is the first step of being sort of good at something. It sticks with me because it doesn't sound like motivational guru crap. I'm not a lucid pixel here, but I think some words of affirmation or encouragement are good for people to hear. Perfectionism is the creativity killer after all, and like, come on. It's my second digital painting, and it was fun. I didn't know what I was doing, and honestly, it was kind of great throwing things at the wall and just trying my best. It was the mindset I had to adopt, really. But I don't really have a good workflow yet. I don't quite understand a lot of things. Um, I think I blinked and I missed it. But there is a point where my first major mistake happens, and my first major mistake is I wanted to darken the whole scene, so I bucket filled a layer. And what that did when I went to do other colors and other things, when I moved on with this painting, was all my colors were getting muddy, things weren't working out. The colors that were already there weren't changed too much, but when I was trying to redo the colors later, I was having issues. Um, Black, the color black didn't show up, and I'm not even like pure black. All right, it just didn't show up right. Turn up green, those some things like that. So, um, but yeah, no, I wanted to share this and my process just because maybe there's a couple things that you guys see that'll give me a tip or something like that. I again rendering I kind of understand my mid there it is. There's that layer that completely skewed everything off, but I know my midtones, I know my highlights and how to render things. Line art is something new to me, and I tried applying it here, and it just kind of seems like it's rough. It's rough. I did not have a great time with the line art. Um, but the scene rendering and the like little magic missile, I really enjoyed. Um, the Black Knight, I had a huge problem with. I just couldn't get it right, and the rendering was all off. And there's a couple parts here where I get too far into the details and too far into just like looking at things. I didn't learn my lesson from last time, which was name your layers. You're gonna see that a lot. I just simply as it was getting on, I was just like, adding new layers, trying to figure stuff out quickly. Because again, the whole point of this is to try and you can be a perfectionist and you can try and make everything look perfect, but I'm still learning, right? So like you take your lumps, you look at your mistakes, and you move on to the next thing. I think one of the things that a lot of beginner artists, well, myself included, when it comes to digital, are gonna want to sit down and like focus and perfectionism and make it look like perfect and try and make things work. And ultimately, you're better off just starting again, doing a different thing, because you get to a point with some of these paintings that you share no love for the painting. Um, I messed up a lot in certain areas, like my underdrawing, where the red and the blue and all that was earlier. I started painting on at some point. Don't know when I did that. There's got to be a better way to do this. If you like, and again, if you think, oh, that's cheating, oh, that's against artistic integrity, it's a tool. It's a tool. Use it. Look up photo bashing. There are people who do concept arts and stuff like that, like crazy, and just putting photos together, and then doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to render it, trying to make it a little bit look a little more naturalistic. And honestly, that part's the fun part. Like the line art, yeah, and the drawing all little things again. I do not have time to do every single little paving stone. All right, so if you think it's bull crap, then sure, why not? I can't please everybody, but the art is for my thumbnails. I think I'm trying to really put put my own spin on my YouTube videos with this stuff, is trying to draw my own all my own thumbnails. Is it time consuming? Absolutely. But again, that's the whole point, is to try and get faster at this production and learn the tools. But kind of just like without sitting there and studying the whole time, and what does this do? What does this do? Go through all the credit tutorials. Yeah, I'm doing some of them, but I think the most important thing is to just start and just go at it. Um, my first week of basically painting in university was that. They kind of told us, go nuts and see what you can do, and show us something interesting. Um, and again, the line art on the night just did it major disservice. I wanted to try and do line art and other things like that. Oh yeah, the breastplate. Oh, the breastplate was bad. Um, this part was fun. Is it necessary? No. Is it kind of like silly? Yeah, but I don't know. I just think it was neat, and I know some of the nights have that. I know this one particular in Undead Burg, I don't think does this. But yeah, this is where I base this, was on these first levels here. But some of the rendering was successful. I liked that I could kind of faux show the light off of the spell. But I'll tell you right now, coming up, at this point is when most motivation left the building. I I wanted to give up. I wanted to just stop painting it. But at this point, I'm just like, what? Let's finish it to the best of our ability and leave it at that. Leave it as a note, an antidote of, and not an antidote, an anecdote. Words. Um, on just the journey, man, and that's kind of what it's about, is the journey. Um, yeah, I sat and looked at this spot for a very long time, and again, you can't really see it here, but boom, okay, actually you can't. On the left arm, or the left side, his right arm, there's that layer of paint there that changed the color, even though it's this, I didn't change the color. That is another point where I messed up, and there was a couple things like that where there was just layers of paint that were transparent, that were affecting the layers around them in certain spots, and I just couldn't figure that out. And trust me, clicking through everything was so frustrating, and trying to figure this out. But I don't know, if you've got tips or things that help your workflow, maybe you know tell me them. I this is a completely different beast than doing my actual like physical paintings, but I had fun. I had fun. Anyway, um, I oh, the horn, oh, the horn. This was this was just like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was just so done. I was just so done. It looks so goofy. It looks silly, but anyway, that's the end of that. I'm just gonna let it run through. Um, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. And the you can watch the link for the let's play at the end as well. So bye.